All right, good evening, everyone. The time is 6:04. We do have one member who is on the Zoom. So thank you everyone for joining us for our first golf team organizational meeting. Just want to make sure that everybody has a phone. Inside your phone, we have a full copy of the agenda and the double-sided copy of the golf team meeting as well. And you have a double-sided two-page copy of the responsibilities of the elected golf team members. And then you have an example of a public comment form. So in your folder, you can have 4 documents that we will reference throughout. So good evening. Welcome to Bunche Middle School's Go Team meeting, where we will follow the agenda as it has been emailed to you and publicly noted. I am pleased to call this meeting of Bunche Middle School's Go Team to order. I will act in the capacity of the Go Team chairperson for this meeting. And that is introduce myself, I'm Principal Whitfield, proud principal of Bunche Middle School. Our first order of business is call roll. Ms. Sheila Reed will serve as the interim secretary only for this meeting. Our assistant secretary for the 23-24 school year will be elected during this meeting. The interim secretary will now take the roll. Present. And we're having a little bit of trouble hearing you. So next one, present. After direction. Please answer. Kevin Harris. Present. Present. Thank you, Ms. Reed. The team will only be able to take official action if the form is present. Ms. Reed, is there a quorum? And so in order for there to be a quorum, if we have 5 voting members present, we need to have 3. If we have 5 voting members on our roster, we have to have 3 present. And so Madam Matthew is present, Dr. Harris is present, and Ms. Evans is present. So I need our form. Yes. So we have met our form. Thank you. Our first order of business is to approve the agenda. This was provided to you in copies or in your folder. May I have a motion to approve the agenda? Approved. Thank you. Madam Matthew, approve. May I have a second? Thank you, Dr. Harris, second. Are there any amendments to the agenda? All in favor of the agenda, please say aye. Aye. Or raise your hand. So the secretary can report your vote. So we raise our hand. So we have 5 of 5 present voting in favor of the agenda. All opposed, please raise your hand. No opposition. Anyone abstain? No one saying. We will now move to, fill our vacant seats, the open community member seat, and the open swing seat, and we also have an open teacher vacancy. So last year, our go-team chairperson, that was on our staff, has transferred to another APS. And that creates the vacancy for the teacher position. I would like to we'll begin filling our vacancies. These are seats that have been vacated prior to the end of the term. I have the following nominations for our teacher vacancy. The person I would like to nominate is Mr. Alan Gordon. I believe he is on Zoom. I'm going to confirm.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. And give me 1 second. We have another person in the Zoom. Okay. Mr. Gordon is a second-year teacher at Bunche Middle School. He has experience on Bunche team. So remember last year, filling the end of a term for a previous member, and he also has experience in another school district on a school government board. I would like to nominate Mr. Adam Gordon to fill the vacant position for our staff member. Does anyone have any comments or discussion about this nomination? We will now vote on the nomination for Mr. Gordon for the position of the staff vacancy. All in favor, please raise your hand. We have everyone in the room that's Madam Naku, Dr. Harris, Ms. Evans, Ms. Royal, can't vote yet, and Ms. Hood. I forgot to introduce Ms. Hood. Ms. Hood is one of our teachers. Just completed our first year from last year and was elected by our staff to join us this year. Welcome to the family, Ms. Hood. Okay. So. Then align it. Okay. Are there any objections to Mr. Gordon being elected to the adult team as a staff member? Raise your hand, please. No one raise your hand. Okay. I would like to nominate for the vacant position of our swing student, Ms. Diane Easley. She is online. Ms. Easley, if you would unmute and verify that you're online.
Yes, I'm online.
Thank you. So Ms. Easley is an extended member of the Bunche family. She's a member of Bethel United Methodist Church, which is one of the churches in our immediate community. I don't want to call the name of the ministry incorrectly. Help me out, Ms. Easley. The name of the ministry that you.
Oh, it's called Older Adult Ministry.
So the older adult ministry at Big Bethel Methodist. Sorry.
Bethel United Methodist.
You know, AME. Bethel United Methodist Church, like I said, in our immediate neighborhood. They have adopted, but 2 years ago, and each year.
Yes. Oh, it's been longer than that, really, about 4 years. It was before COVID.
Before COVID. And
Yeah.
they have really increased their visibility and their support. They had a Bunche Middle School day at their church where members of the staff and our students went there to visit and had service with them, participated in the service. They meet regularly with our social workers, our communities and schools rep, and provide whatever support our students need, like uniforms. This year, under Ms. Easley's leadership, Bethel United Methodist Church will be supporting our community fund. You want to, I'll let you talk about that later. So because of her continued support, I would like to nominate Ms. Diane Easley for the vacant position of swing team member. We will now vote on the nomination for Ms. Easley for the position of swing member. All in favor, please, yes, I'm sorry. All in favor, raise your hand. We have 4 votes, Ms. Hood, who's the voting member. Ms. Evans, Dr. Harris, not enough. Are there any objections to Ms. Easley? No. Anyone would like to say something? Okay. We have one vacancy, that's a vacancy of community member. I would like to nominate Ms. Sabrina Roberts, who is a parent of a 6th grade, upper 6th grade young man. She is not new to the Bunche. This is her second or third, tell me that, baby, showing and I'm on line. Sabrina Royal, I would like to nominate for the vacant position of community member. All in favor, please raise your hand. We have 4 hands, Ms. Hood, Ms. Evans, Dr. Harris, Madam Naku. Any objections? No hands raised. Would anybody like to say? No hands raised. I forgot to say, the community member is a 2-year, 4-year term, as well as the open vacancy, which is a 4-year term. Thank you for your vote. So now moving to elect negotiating officers. And I provided an abbreviated version of the responsibilities of each officer. I'll give us 10 basic communities, the responsibilities of the adult chair, voting chair, vice chair, and executive. So we all know what we are assigned. About 1 minute. We will now move to electing voting officers and representatives. Before we begin the nominations, I would like to remind the voting of the following. Nominations do not have to be seconded. A member may nominate themselves. A member may nominate more than one person for any position. A member may decline a nomination during the nomination process. Members may not serve more than 10 consecutive terms in the same officer position at the same school. Nominees do not have to leave the room during the process. If there is more than one nominee per elected office, each nominee will be offered an opportunity to share why is the elected to the seat. The newly elected officers will assume their position starting at the conclusion of this meeting and serve for 1 year or until a new officer is elected. All voting members have only one vote per seat. And so now everybody has opportunity to vote. Except. First, we will elect the GO team chair. As a reminder, the responsibilities of the chair include leading the GO team meeting, working with the principal and GO team to develop meeting agendas, ensuring every GO team member has an opportunity to be heard, monitoring team compliance, and monitoring team compliance. I will now open the floor to receive the chair nomination. If you will talk loudly, so it can be captured on our meeting recording and read the report of the nomination. Would any of you like to please respond for here? Dr. Narrow, the floor is open to receive chair nomination. Mr. Gordon. We have a nomination for Mr. Gordon. Very organized, please apply. Excellent. Let me take what I have. Yeah. Y'all may talk loud. I hear you. It doesn't have to be. And there's only one hand when I ask if anyone wanted to talk. If there's no further nominations, I will close the hearing. We will begin the nomination process. We have one person being considered for the chair seat. The nomination for chair is Mr. Adam Ford. At this time, I will offer each chair nominee an opportunity to explain why he's the best candidate for this position. Other GO team members may ask the nominee questions before voting. Mr. Gordon, are you there? Would you like to elaborate on your expertise?
Yes, and this is for the chair position, just so I
Yep.
can hear. Okay. Yes, I've been in SGC with Bunche for 1 year and in previous school for a whole nother year. And I sat back and observed their protocols and expectations and just how to move forward in being in GO team just in general. So I feel like I have a good background and can fulfill the duties as needed.
Thank you. Please raise your hand and vote for your choice for chair of our GO team. We have 5 hands. Madam Dr. Harris, Ms. Evans, Ms. Royal, Ms. Kennedy. 5 hands, 5 people in the room voting for our new chair. Congratulations, Mr. Gordon. Yes, sir. Madam. Yeah. Thank you. Where do I find it? This year? Okay, cool. That was one of our district documents. Okay. Okay. Now we will elect the GO team vice chair. As a reminder, the responsibilities of a vice chair include, but are not limited to, ensuring the GO team follows parliamentary procedures, working with the principal and chair to develop meeting agendas, Acting as the chair, that the chair is not present. I will now open the floor to receive vice chair nominations. And Ms. Reed will report now. Any nominations for vice chair? Well, that's all. And nomination for two. Would any of the nominees like to resign the nomination? Would any nominees like to resign? Okay. If there are no further nominations, I will close the floor. We will begin the confirmation process. We have one person being considered for vice chair seat. The nomination for the nomination for vice chair is Ms. Dominique Chris. At this time, I will offer Ms. Chris the opportunity to explain why the piece of the candidate for the position of vice chair. Other team members may ask her questions before voting. I would say, I want to give some background about them good. So like I said, she's a first, she just completed her first year. She's a second year teacher down there. So she has done a full school. She is very passionate about Bunche Middle School, and she advocates for all youth and teachers. So she always comes to the front door and says, can we do this? And we consider this, I think this is what we do. Some people appreciate it. So I'm sure he'll have the same commitment. Thank you. Okay, so we are going to vote for your choice of vice chair of our goals committee. Would anybody like to abstain? Did we vote? Yeah. We voted, we have 4 votes.
Did you raise your hand or vote, Mr. Gordon? Can you put your vote in the chat box, Mr. Gordon?
Yes, I will. I'll do it right now.
Okay, or you could just say it. I didn't know you were still on mute. You could tell us, are you voting for vice chair? Or-
Yes, yes, I am. I'm sorry.
Okay. Congratulations, Chris. You will serve as. All right, now we will elect the go-team secretary. As a reminder, the responsibilities of the secretary include, but are not limited to, posting of these documents, agenda summary, and minutes to the website, taking minutes at go-team meetings, ensuring the go-team is in compliance with the board to open meeting law. I will now open the floor to receive secretary nominations. Yes, Ms. Easley is eligible. Ms. Easley, you have been nominated for the position of Go-Team Secretary.
I have to decline.
Yes, ma'am. Any other nominations for Secretary? We have a nomination for Mr. Marina Royal. Any other nominations? Would any nominees like to decline the nomination? If there are no further nominations, I will close the floor. We will begin the confirmation process. We have one person being considered for the secretary. The nominee for secretary is Mr. Grant Gordon. At this time, I will offer Ms. Royal an opportunity to explain why she is the best candidate for this position. Other your team members may ask a question before voting.
I believe I will be able to take it. I'm going to put the note. Where the usual organization, I'm talking to say, I believe they students, cancer them and making who, not in the rural, academically first of the most. So I'm very grateful for that. I have my favorite son here. I was a coordinator, so I've been a part of the community since 1972. But yeah, I had some.
Please raise your hand and vote for your choice for secretary. Please raise your hand and vote for your choice. We have Madam Booth, Dr. Harris, Ms. Evans, Ms. Hood, Mr. Gordon.
Yes, I'm voting too.
Thank you, and Mr. Gordon. Congratulations, Ms. Gordon. Now, we will elect those teams plus the representatives. Plus the reps may also hold on to the position. As a reminder, the responsibilities of the cluster reps include, but are not limited to, attending all cluster advisory meetings. There are approximately 4 for the school year. Reporting back to the adult team on the cluster advisory team. I will now open the floor to receive cluster rep nominations. Our IB specialist and two-time lunch parent has nominated herself. Are there any other nominations? For any? If there are no further nominations, I will go to the floor. We will begin the confirmation process. We have one person being considered for cluster representative. The nomination for cluster rep is none other than Madam Buckley. At this time, I will offer Madam Buckley an opportunity to explain why she is the best candidate for this position. Other voting members may ask the nominee questions before voting.
Where our team is doing our from care and care. And I'm always attended all the care events for free. So not that I'm doesn't do that all of my children. I would like them and just their attention that I can tell that and share the two ministries every time. And usually I'll go and I'll just share attention with the students after them. And when I share attention, say that they're not as big as but I think and this is thanking for different things like that. All of this is really important. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Buckley. Any questions from everyone? Please raise your hand and vote for Madam Buckley for cluster representative. We have 4 hands raised in the room. Dr. Harris, Ms. Evans, Ms. Royal, Ms. Hood. What about you, Mr. Gordon?
I vote as well.
Thank you, sir. Would anybody like to abstain from voting? Congratulations, Madam Buckley. Okay. This is the public comment protocol that is in the APS Goldstein Handbook. Give me 2 minutes to read it. So section 3.4 of the Go Team Handbook says that we have to have a public comment protocol for at least 4 starting for the public to provide comment. Go Team members will not provide responses or engage in direct conversation during public comment. Each Go Team will determine a consistent method for receiving public comment and for parents and other citizens to sign up to address the peers. At least 20 minutes of time will be allotted to the public to make comments at a meeting where the public comment is permitted. And the public will receive at least 2 days, business days notice about the public comment protocol. And so these are the tips that they provide that you've read on the screen. Do you need more time to review them? Are there any recommendations or updates pertaining to the protocol? So in your folder, I've taken an example from another APS school. They have provided a summary of the protocol and a Google form on their website where community members can fill out the form if they would like to take a public comment. They have the rules and then the member fills out the form. Let's have a motion to adopt this public comment protocol. I have a motion by Dr. Ted Harris. Is there a second? And I'm sorry, who was that? Thank you. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Anyone abstain? Okay, so adhering to that agenda, we will now discuss our meeting calendar for this year. As a reminder, our goal team is required to have at least 6 meetings for the school year. At least 4 of those 6 have to have public comment. Meetings cannot be held during the virtual school day. Meetings must be live streamed and recorded. And meeting locations for hybrid meetings must be placed in with accommodation of that. So in your folder, there is a double-sided copy of the meetings at a glance. It shows the timeline if you choose to only have 6 meetings, and then the timeline if you choose to have 8. And then there's a meeting folder for each meeting. So this is in a script that I think is important for us to, before we vote on days or time. We want to do a 6 meeting structure or an 8 meeting structure. That's that. Yeah.
So I think the point is the transition. It really shows the amount of work that we need to do. And we want to be successful Only. They will do it. That's it will do it. For-
Thank you. So the work will be the same. We just have to be more intentional if we follow that through. Last year, we had it gave us a lot of flexibility because for many reasons. As you can see, the topic is the same. For 8 meetings, we could say within an hour something. And then when the weather was implemented, we couldn't have a full, tour. If we needed to be scheduled, we still met, we had 8 schedules, but we still had 6 because all they were sitting at 10 every week.
That's more in line to the. That's a good.
On 6, you can meet.
Exactly.
When
And so to add to that, because that 8 scheduled, I think that 9 scheduled sometime last year. Once we got to the end of the school year, and it came to all the testing that we had to do, because we had already met our minimum, we didn't have to have that last year. We had achieved all of them. So is there anyone who objects to having 8 meetings for the year? Okay. So the next thing will be recommendation for a meeting date and time. So this gives some history. Last year, we met the same day as the parent conferences. With the hope that we're here to just transition to parent conferences to all of it. Parent conferences was at 4:45 to 5:45, and we started going here in the weekend. But it's up for putting up on the date and time.
that very conversation.
The parent conference this year, every third Tuesday of the month. Here, and please, everybody, smiling, yes, third, are there any objections? Okay, so third Tuesday of every month. And the time of 6 o'clock. All right, so we're going to follow the calendar of 8 business meetings per year. The first one will be the third Tuesday of August. And then October, November, December, January, February, March, April. And okay, so now we have to determine which meeting will be allocated for public comment. And so public comment would be where we're asking or receiving feedback and comment from the community.
Coming in for.
I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, so when they report it starting in September? When they report it, whatever, right now? So. The next session, maybe go with 135 the time for time of the plan. Could it be 1, 3, 7, 8. Or 1, 3, 5. The budget approval is usually approved by the vote. If I remember correctly, from last year, something around that last year, something else. So, let's not do more. Okay, tell me, are we all in favor of the 1, 3? Or the other choices will be, so let's make sure I'm clear. September, November, February, and then April. Thank you. I have a motion to approve the calendar. We have a motion by Ms. Gordon, and a second by Dr. Harris. All in favor, raise your hand. We have 5 hands raised. Mr. Gordon?
I agree. I vote.
Okay, so we have Madam Alcoon, Dr. Harris, Ms. Evans, Ms. Boyle, Ms. Hood, Mr. Gordon, all voted in favor or to approve the calendar. We will send out calendar. And there's always an opportunity to join us online. Now we will determine our norms. These meeting norms came directly out of the Go Team, the APS Go Team handbook. I'll let you read them. Does anyone have any changes to these norms? May I have a motion to adopt these norms for our local? We have a motion by, or from Dr. Harris. May I have a second? All in favor? Please say aye.
Aye.
I've heard the in favor from Mr. Gordon, Madam Alcoon, Dr. Harris, Ms. Evans, Ms. Boyle, Ms. Hood. Is anyone opposed? If so, please say nay. Does anybody want to abstain? That includes that. Did we vote on the norm? All right. So this is my favorite part. Principals update. Just want to show this. We've already voted on it, but I want people online to see it. Okay, I am very, 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 very happy that we have a full instructional staff. Every student has a teacher in front of them in every content area. We are short 3 parent sessions. Although we have interviewed and we're just working on recommendations, but we have a full team of staff. On the 10-day count, we had 672 students. In the spring, we were projected to have 789. I don't know yet what that means for us. But in the spring, when I did the budget, I needed to go more teaching positions. So if we have to lose 1 teacher, we will do it together. And then I have a plan if we have to do it. I'm very excited that we are offering advanced science on every grade level and advanced math on every grade level. I'll start with science. Mr. Gordon is high school certified. He's teaching our 8th grade physical science course, and those students are working for earning for physical science. We have 24 students. 7th grade is taken biology. Dr. Breton is new to Bunche, but she's not a new teacher. She's a teacher teaching biology to 39 of her 7th grade students. Her system is taught by our teacher of the year, Ms. Hendricks, who's been here, I think, since over 20 years ago. And so they're all phenomenal, but y'all know Ms. Hendricks, she's been here 20 years, and she is setting the necessary for students to be successful by the time they get to the board, and they'll graduate with high school credit. Math. We had 7 students who were recommended by the elementary school to take advanced math. Those students, I believe, attended, what is it called? There's a math program. The name is it. But there's a possibility after we take the math assessment in August that one student that's with grade may have an opportunity to be able to take math. We have 7 7th graders taking math. They are supported by an AVA teacher here in the building, and then 20 students in 8th grade who are being taught by Ms. Cooper, who's a senior teacher in her lunch. Those students who take in the called enhanced 8th grade math class algebra 1. So they're learning all of the skills of enhanced 8th grade math first semester, but you take algebra 1 and then have extra credit. It's fun. We have a phenomenal brand new school.
All these people here. The map, hold on.
And so we have an opportunity. I want to wait next go in. We also have an opportunity to offer ethnic social studies. I just want to concentrate on that and science with you. I'm waiting for it to get heavily ready. Because we have a high school certified lot of teachers. Our new parent liaison was a Bunche sergeant and they're all graduate, and she is a fireball. I love her. She has all kind of ideas, all kind of creativity, energy. She held our first parent university tonight. She sent our first parent newsletter last week. And she said, well, what do you want? I said, I need a PCSA. And she put it out there. And so tell your friends, your grandparents, the whole community, I need a PCSA is what we're going to talk about. And I told you before, our third Tuesday parent conference will continue. We changed it from 4th to 3rd Tuesday, so that we would not conflict with their own. I need everybody to help tell their stories. So follow us on X, follow me on X, follow us on Instagram and Google. So if you have not gone to the school, we've added a lot of to each stairway has a different thing. So we have an added program, we have a added stairs, started off with Mississippi State University. We are an IB school with a dynamic IB specialist. So now my main of there, because that is a signature program, we have our IB learning stuff officers and our school field. And then, in the spring, we looked at all of it and we thought that we had a high, success rate. And so we made that up for our, we helped student involved in holy business. We have a rock star, PIS, that who has rebranded our program. So we learn, teach, and lead by the book. We started the campaign in the spring. The students voted on ball. They came up with be responsible, take ownership, show respect, and be safe. So for the first 2 days of school, they have lessons on what does that look like, what does that need to be involved. And it's now everywhere I go, it's our teachers. We're always going to be involved. And then I realized when we got back to school, they're old. So I was like, where did that come from? I don't get it, but the kids voted for it, so I'm gonna look at it. And then at our first meeting, our pre-plan, they played a long time. That's not be a vote, it'll be a ball. And then I was like, we have nothing to be changed good. And we have some outstanding people that have elementary school background, high school background, IB background. So in the spring, I see what the viewers role. Because in the spring, I was working with very intense and really big conversations about my school strategic plan and what our community is doing. And one of our goals is to retain teachers. To make sure we are making IB community. So we can have more teachers develop training as a summer. Now, my students are very intentional about having weekly training with our new training and our veteran teachers. The new school improvement team, we had a 3-day retreat with us. And so one of the surveys we had that people really want opportunities to be obedient. And so that was our new. So I think there's a step up to the plate. We came up with lots of strategies to support one another, our business and our people. And so from that, but structural leadership team did 2-day training of better coaching, better conversation, by Jim and I. So we did 2 days of that to make sure that we're teaching our teachers be better. And what else did we do? We know a lot. We hired another instructional coach, who's phenomenal. She also has a high school background. We need to start as an instructional coach by having a background as a certification in beauty. Yeah, process. Yeah. Thank you for that. Another thing that was revealed in the teacher, they need more time to plan. So we're being intentional about internalizing learning plans, collaborate together. 6th and 7th grade, have 90 minutes for their math and English classes. Science and social studies is on an 80 minutes. And in 8th grade, so all 4 of the content affected areas, they have the same detail. So each content is supported by a content, specific, administrative, and instructional for institutions.
Yeah, of course.
We did your pre-plan. We did your pre-plan. It's a lot of things. We meet every Friday.
On the staff.
About. Like copy of staff. It's copy
About the meeting. You have a meeting next week.
Yes, every first teacher.
People can answer that.
Definitely every teacher. support staff, and yes, like graduation coach, this coach, and we have a new NCFL. Things will be out, they say, paraprofessionals are not required.
How many total?
80.
The second G is.
30. Oh, I see. Announcement. We have a gold team punch on Saturday, September 21st. I'll email you more expensive. I don't think I have a time or location. And then if you have not done your gold team member training and organization, please do so. That's really good. That information is on the APS gold team. What? Are there any other? Have we split in our movement? The time is 7:01. Is there any additional business? I want to say I'm very, very grateful. So you know, thank you. Thank you for the support, the encouragement, the time. I do not take a hundred. So I have a motion, a very on motion by Dr. Harrison, I have a second. Second by everybody. All in favor of adjourning at 7:01, say aye. All opposed, please say nay. For anybody like to abstain? Meeting adjourned. Thank you much.